guys, welcome to my channel. It's again Lerato and I'm back again. Wow, long time no see, especially on this topic, specifically, taking to my MBA gang or my what can I say, MBA aspirants. Yes, so guys, I'm back again with another video, and I've been actually, what can I say, I've been feeling like I've been waiting for the right time to actually share this journey with you guys, because I've been taking you through my journey, and I think on the last video I uploaded was my update on my journey studying with University of Suffolk through this UNICAF scholarship. And yeah, I got a lot of comments and questions and so on, and yeah, what can I say, I'm just so happy to see that so many Africans are looking to take advantage of this opportunity, because it was created for Africans, to give us those opportunities that most of us wouldn't be able to afford. I was looking at how much it costs to study an MBA in South Africa and also abroad. For example, just when I was looking at few universities like UJ, VET and UNISA, I saw that you pay over 180,000 to 200 and something thousand, And when it comes to studying abroad, especially with the university I'm studying with now, without scholarship, an MBA costs about 300 and something thousand, like literally. And I was so amazed by how much I get to really study with the same university, go through the same courses and do the same modules that students who attend there physically do, at more than half the amount. One question I've been getting the most, especially through my Instagram, I was just going through some of the inboxes I got from people on my Instagram inbox. Is that right to say? Yeah, so one of the questions I get is, how much do you pay? So for me, based on the scholarship, what can I say, percentage discount? For me, based on the offer I was given in 2020, yes guys, I've been studying for so long, but I'm gonna talk about that because today is an update as to why I've taken so long to finish my MBA. But yeah, for me, based on that offer I got in 2020, I pay around 80 something thousand rand. Yes, and so per month I was given a payment plan in which per month I have to pay, I think, 7,000 something, 7 point something. I'm saying I think because I haven't been paying that amount. So what happens with UNICAF scholarship is that they give you that offer, and then the student advisor will take you through the process of applying. One of the things that the student advisor will do is that she or he will help you with the application process and the documents you need to get ready for university to accept you. So far I know that with UNICAF, most of us are studying through university. We're studying with University of Suffolk and University of South Wales, and both of them, they're in UK. So once you are accepted by that, you also they will also help you set up a payment plan, based on your affordability most of the time. But they also still say to you that the main thing is to keep your account on the positives. And what I've been doing, which is part of the reason why it has taken me so long to finish my MBA, is that I've been paying per module instead of like paying monthly. That's one mistake I've been making, guys. I think we can strike that as point number one, what I wish I knew, before doing my online MBA through UNICAF. So the most important thing is to keep paying every month whatever amount you have. Obviously, try as much as you can to stick to the payment plan you've established, because it works for you. I was looking at my payment plan and I was thinking that, by now I was going to have so much money in my account such that I was going to be able to do my modules like back to back. As soon as I'm done with this one, I do this one and graduate and I'm done, get my degree. But you know, due to some certain circumstances, you know, 2020 I was not working. It was just my husband, so he was covering everything, including paying some of my fees for my MBA. So therefore I couldn't actually stick to the payment plan as it was. I had to just pay and take a module, and then after that pay a bit until I can have enough for the next module, you know. So I pay my part, UNICAF pays its part, and then I can take my module. So hence I couldn't stick to that exact payment. But now that I work from home, and on top of that I get paid way more than I've ever worked in my life in all these physical places I've worked in, you know, I can now afford to really pay exactly as my payment plan is. But I can say that, you know, being unable to have enough money, you know, in certain being unable to have enough money has never really fully disadvantaged me from studying. You know, I've never been threatened that my scholarship will be withdrawn and so on. So I still had the opportunity to complete certain modules. So I'm left with 5 modules, you know. Yeah, so hopefully I'm gonna start paying exactly, and then we're gonna finish soon, right? Yeah, I can't wait to share my graduation video with you guys. So guys, I did my degree at Vets University, and those who know Vets, you know, we have this term that says, what do they say, cause chows, you know, like chowing and chewing, you know, like I think that word comes from the word chewing, you know, but it is used to say that, you know, course is difficult, or you know, when it is used to refer to when your studies are difficult and, you know, maybe you are struggling to make it and so on academically and so on. But yeah, so when I started my MBA, it was such a very beautiful journey and so on. And I thought that coming from Vets, having made it through Vets, because you know, if you know Vets, it's very strict. Vets is very strict. To get that 50% pass, it's a struggle, you know. But having made it through my 4-year degree without even having to repeat anything, I thought, I know, I'm ready for this. And so University of Suffolk, one thing I didn't know is that they are very strict. But that's what I value about strict universities. Mind you, I'm saying strict, I'm not saying no support. So yeah, strictness does not mean lack of support, but their standard is here, especially for MBA. So I didn't know that, and I kind of like, I feel like I took it with that thing of yeah, whatever, I'm just gonna do this, it's just assignments and then thesis, I'll be done, you know, it's very easy. So I didn't know that, you know, they're very strict, and for you to really make it, you really need to make sure that you read. For me, I've said it in my previous videos. I'll link the other video down here, my MBA update, but I've said it in that video that I'm not a good reader. You know, I think I said it in the comment section when somebody was asking me. I'm not a good reader. I love reading, but there are certain things I enjoy reading and certain things I don't enjoy reading. So I don't enjoy academic reading. I enjoy reading novels and so on, and writing, and I've written my own books before and I've published. So I enjoy writing those type of things and reading those type of things and reading my Bible. So having to now adjust from being that person who just gets through a document to now studying an MBA with University of Suffolk have been a struggle for me, you know. So one thing I wish I knew was that, girl, you need to read up as much as possible, you know. Yeah, don't just read what's provided, you know, because most of the times, honestly speaking, most of the times I read the things that are provided. And so if you're wondering how does this happen, how do you get taught online and so on, so there are no lectures. I think with the first module I had, we had, I think, two live classes where the lecturer was just taking us through certain concepts and so on. But that does not happen with most of the modules, and it's not necessarily a standard. I think maybe it goes with what the purpose of that module is and so on. But most of the modules, it's more on written text and discussion forums. So on the discussion, the lecturer will post a certain question that's meant to prompt you, you know, towards the first assignment or the second assignment that you have for that module. So they'll post something weekly that leads up to that. So we would then go research and then discuss under there, share our own knowledge, our own understanding, our own references, and so on. And then after that, somebody can come under the discussion forum and comment, and you know, if they agree, if they don't agree, or you know, if there's something they want to add, anything really. It's just like discussion. And yeah, and then the lecturer will also, by the end of the week, he will then go through those discussion forums and comment to say, oh, okay, yeah, I hear this. What if you had considered this, or did you consider that? Did you do this, or what, and blah blah blah, whatever it is. That's going to prompt you to really think more deeper about these concepts that you're going to be writing about. So I've just literally been just sticking to what's on the what do you call this, what's provided, and then yeah, discussion. And I was talking to most of my classmates. You know, I'm that person who not on social media only, but online I communicate. Yes, I communicate. So yeah, I would just interact with my fellow classmates and so on, but that's it. So that is really insufficient. That's one thing I've learned, especially with my previous module. With my other modules, it was okay, you know. Yeah, it was okay. I was doing well, but then it came to this one particular module that really I couldn't. I really, and I somehow, it's the module I was enjoying the most, and on top of that, I kind of like felt like I'm gonna do well. So but I wish I knew that, you know what, girl, you really need to stretch yourself when it comes to your research. Don't just stick to what's provided, and that's the temptation. But again, given that I was also, you know, a teacher and I've come home exhausted, so that on its own would really not give me enough time to study. And over the weekend, Saturday, literally, that's the only day I had to work on everything that I had to do for the whole week. So hence, I couldn't get that enough time. So I'm hoping that, I believe, not I hope, but I believe that now that I'm working from home, at least I do get to have that time that I can go through certain things and read up and so on. So, but I really wish I had been more serious about that and had known that in the beginning to say, girl, you're gonna need to read up beyond that. And number two, I wish I knew that you really need to bother your lecturers. You need to bother your lecturers, supervisors, whatever you choose to call them. Because with my first 3 modules, it was okay. You know, like I had very interactive lecturers. Others, they're very interactive, like they would even personally message you if they notice something about your work, or you know, maybe even if you are maybe left behind, you haven't been interacting more, they would come and say, hi Lerato, I've noticed that you haven't been doing much of this. I hope you are preparing for your assignment. Let me know if there's anything you need from me, any help, and so on. So other lecturers really, they go as far as doing that. But on the module that gave me problems, strategic marketing, let me just be straightforward, that's strategic marketing. So when it came to strategic marketing, my lecturer wasn't that interactive, and I understand, because I mean, I have my own lecturer in the house. I know you're listening. Let me continue. So yeah, because my own husband is a lecturer, and I do understand, you know, and I get to see what he goes through behind the scenes, you know, of working with his students and so on. So it is my responsibility also to reach out. So, but if you're coming from where you're used to all this interaction, and then you meet somebody who's like, I'm gonna interact with you if you approach me, I'm only gonna assist you if you really push, then, you know, for me, that I didn't necessarily prepare myself for. And so I feel like, from my own point, one thing that I can say as a tip to anybody who is probably studying or just joined, you know, UNICAF scholarship, or is looking to start joining, you need to push your lecturers, your supervisors, whatever you call them. So you need to push them. You need to ask questions. You need to, even if you don't have anything to ask, because most of the times I'm that person who tends to feel like, okay, I think I understand this, so I end up not asking. I literally ask when I'm really, really stuck. So, but yeah, just find anything to ask. Anything. Just ask, 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 ask. And when I say this a million times, and I wish I knew that, and so that's something that I've told myself, since there's no that, everything is just online, it's just reading up and answering questions and discussing, I'm gonna have to bother my lecturer. Like, I want them to know that there's just this one student, oh my gosh, I can't wait for her to finish this module. But not in a bad way, like as in, I'm really literally gonna be asking. And also, interact more with your classmates, especially in an online space. It's easy to end up just logging in, working on your own assignment, doing discussion and log off, because we don't meet physically. When we meet physically with people in a lecture hall, you get to, you end up talking to each other, somehow you end up being in the same group where you have to discuss something, present something together, and so on. So here you literally have to be the one to start the conversation. Some people are also waiting for that one person who's gonna say something, find that they're actually nervous to start a conversation, or they're scared, they feel like maybe I'll be bothering you, and so on. So you do have to just go in and send somebody a chat. So on this online platform, you get to see your fellow classmates, you get to see their how you can message them and which country they live in. I hope that's how you say it in English. So yeah, you get to see which country they come from and so on. So you can then interact with them. Those who are in South Africa, most likely they experience the same struggle that you're experiencing. But also I love interacting with those that are outside of the country, because you get to hear different, what can I say, you get to understand the same concept from different perspectives. You get to understand how, for example, COVID-19, that was one of the discussions we had, and it was amazing how it affected companies differently across the world, and it was very interesting to get to know how other countries, companies in other countries decided to mitigate this problem and so on. And that also kind of like expanded my what can I say, my knowledge in that specific topic, and gave me ideas and as to how can I approach my assignments. One thing that I wish I knew is that when it comes to University of Suffolk and UNICAF, holidays don't exist. So if you know that maybe you have a certain what can I say, holiday you want to take for yourself and the family, especially Christmas. In South Africa, Christmas is a major holiday for us. We take it very serious. You have events to prepare for, you are hosting, or you're doing a lot of things, you have to go somewhere as a family and so on. So really, for me, I didn't expect that one of my assignments will be due on Christmas Day, like on the 25th of December. I didn't expect that. And so that also means that when it comes to enrolling for your modules, you get to see different dates of which the modules will be running, right? So you have all this endless opportunities to enroll for that specific module. So you can then be careful with with choosing your dates. For me, I knew that my module I was gonna register in November, and it's gonna end, I think it was January, somewhere there. But now I didn't expect that one of my assignments will be submitted on the 25th of December, because I thought, yeah, it's Christmas, everybody knows it's Christmas, so they're not gonna schedule anything there, as well as New Year. But I didn't know. So I had two assignments. The first one I did well on, in as much as I had a tight schedule last year and so on. But then the one that was due on the 25th, number one, as a teacher, we close, as teachers in South Africa, we close around the 10th of December and so on, or even 14, 15, somewhere there. And you know, during that time, at the end of the year, there's a lot of marking, there's a lot of, you know, a lot of work, because we're trying to wrap up everything, give out reports for learners, you know, for the following year. And so having to balance all that with work, it was so difficult for me. And I mean, with studies, it was so difficult for me. And then at the end of my, you know, my school term, now that I was at home, I was able to catch up. But then it was in that same season that my younger sister is coming over. I also have to start preparing for the holiday, for the Christmas, and go out there, shop for presents, shop for a lot of things, and so on. So really, the second assignment, truly speaking, I didn't give it much effort, especially given the timing of that assignment. And that is the same assignment that I didn't do well. And when I'm saying I didn't do well, one of the things I mentioned in the beginning, University of Suffolk is very strict. University of South Wales is it South Wales? I hope I'm pronouncing it well. It's very better, because, you know, UNICAF uses these two universities, so that one is better. But with University of Suffolk, with that assignment that was due in December, on the 25th of December, I got 49% and they failed me. That was, I've never been that heartbroken in my life. It took me so long to recover, because I mean, if you know, especially as a teacher, that's how we operate. And also, you know, from my experience with universities, yeah, I know that, you know, when a student gets 49%, if a pass mark is 50, what they do normally, they give you that 1%, you know, because you just need that one and then you've passed. But with University of Suffolk, you're gonna repeat. It's not there's not gonna be that free mark you're gonna get. But I read somewhere through the links that they sent me on my emails, you know, because I requested for some information. It was written under University of South Wales that, you know, if you get that amount, like 49, or, you know, like you're missing a mark to actually pass, they do give you that mark, and then, yeah, you get to pass that module. But for this module that was due on the 25th, I failed it with 49%, and that broke my heart. And so a lesson for me from this is that, number one, choose choose the right timing for enrolling in these modules. But now I work from home, and I feel that given the time that I'm left with, and I'm trying to really fasten my progress so that I can really graduate as soon as possible, I no longer care whether I'm going to submit in New Year or not, you know, because I've made sure that with me working at home, I've made sure that at least I get somebody who can help me around the house, and, you know, help around with my son as well. And by the way, he's also in school at the same time, so that I can have this time for me to focus on my studies and to do well in my own work, you know. And so I'm ready, especially after this experience. Yeah, guys, those are the things I wish I knew. If you have any question or anything that I haven't answered, pop that question in the comments below. If you have anything you would like to add, if you're somebody who's studying through UNICAF and with University of Suffolk, you can do that in the comment section below. I'm gonna do a Q&A because I think I've received like more than 10 questions so far, so I'll post that Q&A video next week. Hope to see you again. Bye.